welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching my videos. I cannot believe this is already the third episode that I made for recording my life here in Germany. And so for the previous videos that I've already talked about, like my German learning journey and my progress. So for today in these videos, it will be separated into two parts. Firstly, I would like to talk about my German learning experiences, like what kind of plan that I'm making for my learning and what kind of textbooks and online courses that I'm using and taking. And also secondly, I would like to talk about my funny experiences here in Germany, like how do working and living in Germany look like as a foreigner, and what kind of obstacles that I've been overcome, and also what kind of typical German things that I found really interesting or funny or like sometimes weird. It's actually an experience full of fun. If you're interested in listening to this, just keep watching it. So here comes our part one. Firstly, I would like to share about my German learning plan. So I made this kind of form here, like each number records like how many lessons are there, and if I finish one, then I will just make a cross here. So you can see this is my B1 learning plan here. I've actually already finished half of those, but I still have half left. I found like making forms is really obvious and clear for you to see your German learning progress. For example, you can know like how many courses that you've already took and how many are there still left for you to take later. This is really useful for me to make my plans. And also secondly, I would like to share about my textbook. It's called Berliner Plus, because I'm now already in B1, so it's the third one. If you're in A1, then it's the first, A2 is the second, and yeah, so it's like that. I found this textbook is really useful because inside is all colorful printed, which can really attract your interest. And also they have some MP3 recording online that you can try to listen by yourself afterwards. It is really useful for you to learn a language by listening to native speakers speaking. This is really useful. And I actually forgot my textbook in Hong Kong, but I had the PDF version on my laptop, and this one is actually just an exercise book. So you can see inside there are a lot of German exercise for you to finish, and there are also answer books online, answer books online, so you can try to correct your answers by yourself. This is really interesting, and this is really useful for like a self-learner. And also thirdly, if you are trying to take German exams, like official exams, then you have to prepare a book like this, which is exactly for certificate B1. So inside, all of the exercises are specifically designed for your exams. For example, they actually separated listening, reading, speaking, and writing here. And especially for writing, they also have the model kind of examples for you. So if you're really bad at writing, for example like me, and my German grammar is really bad, so every time before my exam I'll just try to revise like how those professional people write about the letters, and I try to remember and revise them by myself. It is actually really useful, and they actually have a lot of tips for you as well before you start to write your exercise. Here are some, and also they separated different kind of how to say, you know, for exams they are actually examining students by their different abilities. Although in one model, for example, although in reading they actually try to examine students' reading abilities, comprehension, or like exam students' vocabulary levels. So they actually wrote like which kind of exercise is especially designed for which kind of outcomes that you have to make. So I found this book is really useful too. Thirdly, it's really important is to have your own notebook, and this is mine. I wrote this kind of note is about the new words, new vocabularies, and this is the note that I took for the grammar thing. Like this one is about verbs, like those kind of rules, and yeah, every time when you forget something, you can just try to look back at it again and again and again and again. Okay, so here comes to our second part, which is the fun part about my experiences here in Germany. Actually, to be honest, I mean, if you let me to say, I will think the most difficult thing of living in Germany is how to sort out your trash, like how to throw away your rubbish. Because there are so many different types of rubbish bins here in Germany, like they're different colors, blue, brown, yellow, blue. Did I say blue? Yeah, and I've actually texted so many of my German friends and let them teach me how to sort out things here in Germany, and it's really hard. Firstly, they actually have the BO1, which is normally for food, and also things which can be, how to say that in English, oh my god. Like, alright, I still don't know how to say that in English, but you can just think of food. Yeah, just put food in that BO. Trash bin. And secondly, it's about paper. Papier. It is always blue. I'm not sure, but that trash bin can only put paper in. And also thirdly, there are plastic packaging things. So you have to sorted the packaging for your makeup or for food or something else, the packaging in that trash bin. Yeah, and there's actually another one which is called Restemühle? Is it how to call it? I actually forgot, but I remember the color of the bin. So every time when I go down, I just put all the other things except from the food or plastic things or the paper. You can just put all the other things into the Restemühle. For example, your makeup cotton or something else like that. And the second thing that I found really funny is about like how German people are crazy about their cars. Actually, they're not only about their cars, but they're like putting like a lot of things on their cars or behind their cars or nearby their cars. For example, actually, I will put a picture here as well. There are a lot of cars that you can put things on them. I actually like found a person put his bike on his car. I think this might sound really common for German people, but for me, I was like, what about it falls down? Like, what about it falls down and on a highway or something? Why cannot it just put it on the back or behind the car? You know, it can be connected. But they're like, I don't know, it sounds really common for us. So I was like, okay. But sometimes people can also hang their boat or their airplane on behind their cars, and this is really interesting to me. Like, I was on the highway and I thought, wow, rich people can really connect their cars with their plane. Interesting. I can also put a picture here as well. So the third thing that I found really funny is like the thing that they put their babies in. For example, actually I've seen people making a really big trolley, but the trolley can put like 5 or 6 kids in. So they're like pushing their trolley of the kids. It's like selling the kids, you know, there are 6 kids inside the trolley and the parents or the teachers just pushing. It's really fun. And also like people here, they can hang there's a special kid seat here. I don't know how to call that in English. I asked my friends how to call that in German, they don't really know it. Kind, I'm not sure. Like, you can hand that after your bicycle as well. So it's really funny here that you can always see the mom is riding a bike and the kid is like sitting in front of the seats, but it's on the ground. It's not actually on the bicycle. I'll put a picture here as well in case you didn't really understand me. Yeah, so it's actually really fun and interesting, and there are lots of difficult things for me to overcome actually. Actually, I still have more things I would like to share, but I'm afraid this video is gonna be too long, so I'll just cut it from here and leave that for next episode. I really think like living in another country is really fun experience, and you have to really respect other people's culture because you're now in their countries. Yeah, like a lot of people saying like Germany it's not really fun. Like there's no fun, like there's a meme, right? Like there's no fun in Germany, go back to your work. But I think it actually depends on yourself whether you can make something, you can turn something into like interesting things, or whether you can really enjoy your life here. So yeah, but so far so good, and still have some time left in Germany, and afterwards I will come back to Hong Kong. So thank you for watching my videos, and I really hope that my sharing could be useful for you if you really want to, if you also want to learn German as well. So yeah, I will see you in next episode. Thank you, bye.